The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Golden Gophers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Michigan Wolverines offense takes the field to start this game off. Historically, guys, Michigan has kept a death grip on the little brown jug. Gophers hoping to put that thing in play today.
And you see that little brown jug in the celebration after every Michigan-Minnesota game. And you're right, Michigan has had it for the majority of the time. Minnesota knows that. They got to do something about that today.
Yeah, Minnesota plays in a lot of trophy games, don't they? But this is one they would love to put in the trophy case a lot more consistently. To do that, they have got to match the intensity of Michigan in this game, and they have got to be more physical than what they've shown in recent years.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Gophers put up quite a fight for the jug last year, but it was the Wolverines pulling out a close one.
And that's not a surprise. Michigan dominates this series, and they own the little brown jug. You might as well put Wolverines on it as much as they've won it. They need to make sure they set the tone early. Don't give Minnesota life. Show their dominance early in this football.
You know, you had to wonder last year if a lot of those players at Michigan maybe weren't thinking about, you know, the rivalries with Penn State and Michigan State and obviously Ohio State at the end of the year. Minnesota is not a program you can overlook, though, because they are tough and they are scrappy, and they're coming for that little brown jug.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Minnesota! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make them punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what they're supposed to do now.
The expressway is wide open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Michigan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense set on first down. He wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job.
Wide open. He makes the catch. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
Yeah, and this man, you got to do a better job blocking.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them.
And the ball is intercepted. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The lone back's got it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The Golden Gophers want to crank the tempo. This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that Fielding... And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this is going to be incomplete on third. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. In the lore of the little brown jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told him, well, come win it if you want it so badly.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but listen, it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you know, you get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity, sign me up, bro. And so we got to play for it. It means something, and people argued about it. Little brown jug.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. It's complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
The Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards.
Well, we've seen this a couple times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's finding the crease to the right side of the center or to the left side. Whatever he's doing, it's working. The defense has not been able to stop him, and they just ride the center on the QB sneaks.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Touch pass on the run. Into the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They go to the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. He makes a catch. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Pressure coming. Complete downfield. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. That is incredibly frustrating for coaches and fans. You have that huge play, and the penalty takes it away. Looking for a productive play on first down. The snap sets up the throw. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverine. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. A first down for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Fakes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On third down, he drops the throw. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. A fair catch just inside the 40. First down here for the offense. This guy can throw it. Unloads it downfield. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This late in the half, you're you'd love to create something before the break. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
He's looking to throw it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Defense in press coverage. Dialing up the 2nd down pass play. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Coming after it. Got rid of it just in time.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half.
And it's hauled in at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the 2nd half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. On the return, it's Cantrell. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 30, the 20. Touchdown Wolverines. And the beatdown has ensued. Michigan has dominated this rivalry over the years, and they look oh so close to securing the jug again.
You look at Michigan on paper, and they have an advantage all over the place against Minnesota. It was a question of whether they could just stay out of their own way. If they eliminated the mistakes, we knew this was going to be a tall order for Minnesota, and Michigan just looks dominant, David.
Yeah, it stinks, but it is the facts. The facts are you're less talented at Minnesota, and you've got to play really, really well, especially in these rivalry games, and hope to catch Michigan on a bad day. But that little brown jug is inching towards Michigan's sideline now.
To the ground with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
56, Minnesota, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've been running it, but now the pass. It's on target and complete. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And hit the afterburners, kid. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Looking to move it through the air. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, give on the inside. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't.
And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a block. It's Cantrell. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance.
Already toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So they'll try to make up some of that ground on 2nd down from the 16. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. They're bringing heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. 1st down here for the offense. Oh, he's looking to throw. Wide open, he makes the catch. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Going up top on 1st down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA